Good morning, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. Firstly, thank you to all of you who've subscribed and all the beautiful souls who follow me and comment on my readings all the time. You are truly appreciated. Before we get into the reading though, I've tried doing this a couple of times. I'm very bulked up with hay fever this morning. It has been such a difficult year. So just excuse me if I need to take time out to purge. But I wanted to get your reading done. As much as I sound pretty grotty, I actually feel really good. So just getting into your reading. Unfortunately, it's one of the things I suffer from quite badly, and it can knock me off my feet at times. So, but anyway, I'm all good today, so don't feel sad for me. Just a couple of reminders. I'm pretty booked out for the next week. If you want a reading from me, it's a really good idea to contact me directly at the moment. I'm sort of into a week away. So if you can't book a reading via my website at www.theaussiegoddess.com, please come to me directly because I may be able to book outside for those hours. I've sort of limited hours over the last few weeks to try and break down to 3 days a week so that I can go back to working out of Port Kembla one day. So please contact me directly if you can't get the website to give you the times you need. Sometimes it'll be because other people have booked at those times too, so I may not be able to offer you those times, but mostly for those who are in a different time zone. I will be going live today at 12 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Time, so I'll see you on YouTube. If you'd like a reading from me, I do ask for a small donation, so I'll be there at lunchtime. I think that's everything. So let's get into your reading. I'm going to use the Romantic Tarot for your reading. Wow. Okay. So you have the Sun, the High Priestess, and the Page of Swords coming through here. I feel like for some of you here, this is about trusting the universe for sure. Sometimes we sort of become this is sort of for me like, trying to work something out, research it, look at it, and trying to sort of work out whether something is working or happening. It's like you might be accessing a lot of different readers to see if you can get a different story, or you may be curious about what's going on around you. The Sun for me talks about happiness and joy, and it's almost like you're doubting something here because you are looking for answers rather than just trusting that it's coming. So I want to say to you here, just trust here that what is coming to you is coming. There is no need to sort of freak out because you're waiting for it, or to worry that it's not coming to you, or to worry that it's not working out the way you want it to. It sort of feels that energy of letting things unfold the way they need to unfold. Don't you? Not sure who that message is for, but I'm feeling like a lot of people in that sort of energy at the moment. All right, let's get into this reading. Okay, maybe this is why. So we've got the Hanged Man here. Now the Hanged Man is a card that talks about trying to see things from different perspectives. Now, when something isn't happening the way we want it to happen, or we're not seeing or achieving the results we want to see or achieve, sometimes we can become frustrated and push against the universe rather than just allowing the universe to unravel it in the way that is meant to be. And that can sometimes mean we're pushing against the very thing that is trying to work its way through us, and that sort of slows things down a little bit. It certainly makes you feel like you're stuck when you in reality are not stuck at all. Things are moving, and they're certainly moving in the right direction. So it's about us seeing things from a different perspective. So when you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling that the universe is not providing you with what you want to be provided with, my advice always as a coach is to invest in the creative side of yourself. So this is the time where you might get invested in something like exercise, but it's more beneficial if you get invested in something that really pushes your creativity, because if you're manifesting, you're better manifesting from the creativity space. So what the best thing to do is to paint or draw. If you're not used to doing that, go and buy yourself a paint by numbers or a a colouring in app, you can do that on an app. But whatever it is, knit, sew, draw, whatever it is for you, sing, dance, anything that brings out your creativity, it will help you get through the times where it feels like you're stuck waiting for something to come to you. All right, so we have the Three of Cups here, and I'm really feeling like here the universe is saying to you, spend time with family and friends. Reinvest in yourself again. This is very much about sort of reinvesting in that side of yourself that perhaps you've put on hold at the moment because you're so invested and you're so in your head about something. And we can see this here with the Hanged Man. You're so in your head worrying or being sort of dragged into something that you're forgetting the joyful things and the gratefulness and the love you have for other people as well as yourself. So it's time to sort of invest in yourself, and sometimes that's a beautiful thing to go and spend time with other people who love you as well. Definitely feeling this real energy to input. Okay, that's why. Okay, so the devil energy can be a strange energy. It can come as ego issues. It can come as addictions. It could be that you're trying to move away from something that you're feeling really attached to. But what it feels like to me here is when you're in those periods of stuckness or sort of where you feel that you're in a pause period, or like I always say, you're in Spirit's waiting room. Sometimes we can become very fearful. And this is what I think is happening here. Now, if you get stuck in your fears and you're scared that whatever you're waiting for is not coming, or that it's taking time, or that it's too slow, sometimes it's because you fear that you're not going to get those things. You fear somehow you've missed out on something, that the opportunity isn't coming to you, when in reality nothing's changed. But like I always say, worry does not achieve. It does nothing. It just wastes the mental energy. And a beautiful person once said to me, I realize if I'm in my head worrying, I don't have any room for manifestation. And I was like, ding, you got it, right? So if you're in your head worrying about things, worrying how to move forward, worrying because you're stuck, worrying because things aren't coming to you, that is the time to realize that worry is not going to get it. No way, which way you do it. And worry is not helping. And I feel like worrying just makes the time go slower. It just makes you feel more incompetent, more like you're lacking something, which is what you're then putting out to the universe. So hence why Spirit is saying here, it's really important to bury yourself in things that make you feel good, whether that's being around your family and friends, whether it is being alone, but doing things that are creative. Maybe it's time you wrote that book, painted that painting, wrote that song. There is something here for you to understand in terms of not fighting against yourself, which is in reality what you're doing, rather than trusting that the universe has your back. Something is coming here. So regardless of what you're doing is coming to you. But don't make the time feel so long by focusing on your lack or focusing on what you don't have, because you are just manifesting more of that. And it makes such difficult time for you because you're like wading in mud rather than sort of tiptoeing through the tulips. So maybe have a look at how you can feel more grateful about the things you do have rather than focusing on what you don't have. And people do validate this. I've got to tell you, people do validate this, and it does sound really silly when you put it out there. Things like, well, if I don't worry, how will I know that things are happening? Well, of course, I'm worried about what's going to happen. How do I stop worrying? Remember, worrying is a trauma response. It's what you've learned to do for some reason. But what it really is in your own head is your doubt that you can manifest something. So you're actually doubting that you can manifest, and by doubting you can manifest, you're actually slowing down your manifestation. So it's sort of like worry is a waste of time. It really is. So trying to understand how to get out of your head and understand how to move into your body, use your body for other reasons like creativity, which will help you move forward. Sort of takes your mind off things then too. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands coming through with the Three of Pentacles. It's all pre-written here. There is an offer coming through to you here. And here's the rest, recoup, meditate, and there's the Wheel of Fortune. whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you're feeling that you want to achieve, whether that is, moving on from something or whether it's creating something new, it's coming. The offer is there. All you're doing is slowing it down your own energy and making it more painful for yourself. Because the more time you have sitting around thinking about what you don't want, the longer it will take to get, because time is relative, right? So when you're busy doing something, time goes very, very quickly. But when you're sitting thinking about something you don't have, it makes the time drag and you can feel quite bored. And often boredom is a sign of depression. So it's very often this energy of keep busy, keep moving, but don't wear yourself out, not that sort of moving, but keep moving so you're not in your head as much. You can't be in your head when you're doing some of those things. Even walking, it's really difficult to think. So I feel like that's what you're being asked to do here, but mostly you're being told that you are manifesting here. You're already manifesting what you want. You just have to trust that your manifestation is coming. And if you're going backwards and forwards and doubting it's taking too much time, when is it coming? What does this mean for me? What you're doing in reality is slowing the energy down from manifesting. So very strong in the reading this morning. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles with the World card. Oh, and those two wanted to come out together. So let's have a look at why that is. Now, for some of you here, this may be the manifestation of something, and it's been coming up a little bit lately, where you're manifesting some sort of truth, some sort of legal outcome here. And the world tells me that something is about to come to a conclusion here, which is really important to understand. There is a need for you to let go when the Four of Pentacles comes around. It says you're hanging on to things too tightly and the energy is not moving through you. So what you're doing when you're doing this is, in effect, is you're not grounding yourself. So you're floating above the world rather than being grounded to your universe. So at the very least, maybe go somewhere where you can walk on the ground with bare feet, walk along the beach, something that will take you out of your head and ground you back to the universe. Very strong energy coming through for that. And again, I'm seeing the goat in that picture. I've been seeing a lot of goats lately. I feel like somehow or another I need to look it up too. But there's a definite truth coming to you here. And something that's going to help you co-create with the universe, because we do have that Six of Pentacles sitting here. So this is about learning how to manifest and co-create. And the hardest thing about co-creation or manifesting something you want is getting out of your head and not focusing on an outcome. So you've got to get into the energy of being able to flow with the universe. If you keep questioning it or looking for it or wondering where it's coming from, you're actually slowing down the process. Well, it seems to be the way. So it's about letting go, not having an outcome, just understanding it will come in the way, shape or form it needs to. Yes, see, this is exactly the energy here. Look, the Ten of Wands is about carrying around a great burden. And the universe is saying, let go of the burden and you can move forward. This is about somehow understanding the truth of what will happen, what will come in its own time. But we all don't want to hear divine timing. But the more you're out of your head and the more you are grounded, the more likely the time will be shorter. It certainly will seem that way. All right, so with the Ace of Swords, there's the truth. We have the Fool card, which is saying you can take a leap of faith, and two cards coming out together again. There is an offer of love coming to you here. So for some of you, this is about love. There's very, very obvious answer here. There is an offer of this cup, and the cup is here. So if you're wondering why it wasn't coming, the truth is about to be told. The truth is, it is on its way. But if you're stuck in your head thinking about it, it seems to slow it down somewhat. If it's not slowing it down, it's wearing you out by thinking about it. So there's definitely some sort of offer coming at you here. And I feel like with this Page of Cups, it's something that's not too far away. But it's about letting go and trusting the universe to bring you whatever it is here that you want. Something is coming forward here. There's Capricorn, Cancer energy in this reading if you're anticipating, and Pisces. There is somebody coming forward with a love offer here. Some sort of truth is about to be shown to you. Some sort of truth is about to be exposed here. All right, let's have a look what's going on. So we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man for me says you need to look at things from a very different perspective. Maybe it's just working on your headspace, working on that overthinking, that victim mentality, that lack mentality, because it's keeping you trapped here. Go spend time with family and friends. Do things that allow you to be as close as possible to your own truth. Let go of the fear that holds you back, because that is what you're doing here, is you're bringing the devil energy in the shape of fear. I won't get that thing. It will never happen for me. I'm not going to find that job. My career won't take off. That's all fear. So you need to let go of the fear here. Something is on its way to you, but it's slow with the Knight of Pentacles. So it's taking its time, and that's okay. It needs to do it in the time that it's ready. I feel like here with the Two of Wands, there may be a move in a new direction. Whatever this is may take you in a new direction. But the two sort of represents for me that you might be at a crossroads, and that might feel why you feel a little stuck at the moment. It's all written in your soul contract here. And here, the Four of Cups says to me, there's definitely some sort of offer coming in, but you need to take your time to rest and recuperate. Trust that the universe is working in your favor here. The wheel is about to turn and bring in some sort of offer for you. Now, this may not be the offer of love for everybody. This could be a job. It could be some sort of opportunity. It can be a win at something, because the truth is here. So it's like the truth will be revealed in its own time here. All right, let's have a look at that card just flipped out at me. What was that? Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, it's a job coming in. For others of you, it's a steady relationship. For others of you, you may be getting some sort of court or legal answer that's going in your favor here. Definitely a nice new start. You have 3 aces in this reading. So the only ace that's missing here is the Ace of Wands, which says to me you need to be really focused on your creativity, right? Because the Ace of Wands is about passion. So learn how to bring the passion up. The passion will help you create what you want. Oh, and straight out we got the Owl again. This is really interesting because this has come out in a lot in the last few days. And the Owl is all about being wise about something. Let's face it. Use your wisdom here. Owl is the master of the night. She can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it is dark, and is able to discern truth when others are sightless. She helps you find your light and your lightness in the darkest moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally. Owl can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voice of the ancestors, and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. Look around you, notice every detail, and find the hidden messages brought to you by Owl. Do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all the facets of the diamonds without judgment. Remember that the facets you dislike are often mirrors of the parts of you that you do not want to recognize. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. So there you go, something else to validate truth coming. I'll leave you with it. Thank you.